I totally understand why some women hate Barbie. Thank you for bringing this up because it's important to address. Now, for me personally, I had an issue with anything pink, anything feminine, baby dolls. Like, what I wanted to do was boy stuff, right? Like, I was a tomboy. I've always just wanted to be dirty and, just do like stuff, right? Not take care of things, be pretty or do makeup. Like, I wasn't into any of that stuff. But because I was forced to care about that stuff, forced to want to do that stuff, and forced to think that there's something wrong with me if I don't want to do that stuff, I resented the hell out of Barbie. And I actually, my first letter to Santa, sorry, my dog's legs are in this, look at him. My first letter to Santa says, all I want is a Tonka dump truck. That's all I wanted was this big plastic Tonka dump truck. I got a Barbie. So I just went with it. I was one of the people who created weird Barbies. I was one of the people who cut off her hair or stuck her in my grandma's radiator and like burned all her hair off. I was making her like lay on top of Ken a lot. You know what I mean? I knew way more than I should back then. Now that I know what happened to me, it makes sense. But I resented Barbie, Pink, and everything that reminded me of Barbie. Even though I did play with them, the toy itself represented everything pushed on me because I was born a woman. And so until I hit my teenage years, I fully committed to this crap. Like, look at this. I'm like full on Julia Sugarbaker, corporate lawyer, Olin Mills photo. But this right here, this is really me. I loved like colorful stuff. I love my sneakers. I love my like little BMX bike. I mean, I remember just being like, really? You got me a pink one? Like, I remember being annoyed. But, I grew up in the South, and the South, especially for little white girls, is obsessed with femininity, especially in like middle and upper middle class and above, right? I mean, they don't do the same thing to like little farm girls, right? But as a white woman in the South, my being a girl or a woman is tied to being feminine and pure and a little delicate flower. So this was a compromise. I'm like, okay, I'll wear this crap, but like, give me a bike. By the way, all of this purity culture stuff and like the obsession, this binary and the obsession with what feminine and all that stuff, it's all rooted in anti-blackness. We can talk about that more later. I talk about that sometimes on this page. Capitalism, white supremacy, but specifically anti-blackness in the United States. So I gave into this crap for a while. Like, look at this. Look at this. This is me at like 13, I think. Look at those hoops. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that. Look how much makeup I'm wearing. Y'all, I was even taking modeling classes. This is me modeling in a store window. I was actually really good at doing like those twirls and walking and stuff. But like, this all was me trying to conform because I was under so much pressure to not be a tomboy, to just submit to this like doll and Barbie stuff, right? Now, I appreciate in the movie that they talked about Barbie was like a woman versus like a baby doll, whatever. But I remember in high school, first day of high school, I was like, I'm over this stuff. So basically, from that point on, I just was like, I'm not wearing makeup. I'm not like even like doing my hair. I just wore baggy clothes. Like here I'm wearing a tank top, but like normally I was just like hiding in my clothes, frumpy clothes. And I became a, drug addict and bulimic and, was just totally self-destructive and started dating a terrible, terrible dude to just pass the time. But also just so I wouldn't have to deal with other dudes, right? So I went to college in Montana to get the hell out of the South. And luckily, because I'd been on house arrest and to jail, literally to jail as a teenager, lost my license for a year, was on state probation, house arrest for 3 months. My parents just wanted me to get away from my friends. They just wanted me to get away. They were like, okay, whatever you need, just get out of here. Because they knew if I went to the University of Tennessee, I'd just keep hanging out with these, drug addicts. So when I went out to Montana, I got to let go of all that crap that I didn't want to be doing. Like it just went from like, instead of just being like, and frumpy and just like whatever, hanging out with dudes and doing like drugs all the time, I moved to Montana. And then that's what started this whole life of like adventure and outdoors. And then I eventually moved into my truck. But you kind of have to live in your car when you work in an outdoor adventure because it pays so bad. So this is who I became. This is what I love. I don't think I wore a dress for like over 10 years, right? Unless I was literally forced to for a wedding. But even then I'd wear like a skirt and a tank top. So this is Tough Melanie, Tomboy Melanie. And that's not even my PFD. Because it's purple. I never would have bought a purple one. I'm borrowing that one. I would do anything to not wear like pink or purple, anything feminine. Right? Like this is me, man. This is me. I'm a boss. I'm a tough girl. And I actually I became like, the cool girl and like wanted to be picked and all that stuff by all the guys because I tried to be a guy. One of the boys, I've made lots of videos on that, and basically was all about othering myself from those women who love makeup and doing their hair and dresses and go to the mall. The very things I used to do, but resented having to do. So you better believe that if I hadn't been working on this internalized misogyny, I would have been one of those women who's like, screw Barbie, screw all those people going to Barbie. And I would take pride in not going to Barbie. I would actually judge every single person who went to Barbie. The same way I judged every single woman who decided to be a mom. I didn't want to be a mom, and I was pissed that patriarchy told me I had to be a mom when I didn't want to be a mom. So like I judged the crap out of moms, right? So if you had told me 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, that I would ever take this photo, I would tell you you're nuts. Because even though I've been like really deconstructing this stuff for a while and trying to like embrace the softer side of me, this would, I saw, no. But you know what? I'm not into othering myself. I still like, I'm not crazy about pink, but I don't hate pink. I still don't wear makeup, but I will. At my wedding, I wore makeup, you know? Like, the fact that I was even willing to wear a wedding dress, not once, but twice. We actually had like a wedding reception in the United States a year later when he went to go meet my family and all my friends. This is in Taos. But because I'm me, I was like, take a picture of me in front of the dumpsters. Oh, I also was on crutches. That's a whole nother story. I should tell y'all our honeymoon story. It's nuts. I never thought, again, that I'd ever go see Barbie. I never thought I'd go to Barbie with my husband. I never thought I would have a husband because I judged women who even got married. And so I guess what I'm saying is that in my experience, if there's something that I just despise, and especially if it's about anything about being a woman, I know that I've got more unpacking to do because I'm indifferent to pink now. I don't have to like it, but I don't hate it. You know what I mean? I really don't like some things, but I don't make my identity about hating those things. And that's what I used to do. And that is me othering myself, and that is internalized misogyny. So honestly, it's not about hating Barbie, the doll or the movie. For a lot of us, it's about hating patriarchy. And a lot of us don't even realize that's what we're mad at. We're not really mad at these other women. It's not other women. It's not what other women are doing. It's our sense of shame and feeling less than and questioning ourselves and feeling like there's something wrong with us for not living up to the expectations and or playing the roles that patriarchy, which was created by men, what men, especially cishet white men especially, they created this shit. And they are the ones who are like putting it on us. And also we know it harms them too. Not as much as us, but it harms them too. If only they would realize that. And then also not center themselves and being like, I'm a victim of patriarchy. Yeah, sure you are, buddy. But like also don't center yourself. But the more we can realize that we're mad at the wrong people, I think that the sooner that we will all get free. Divide and conquer, baby. That's what they've done. And the cool girl is just another victim of that.